Hi everybody, it's Miss Diana from the Wyndham Public Library giving you your lab coat adventures today. Now today we're going to be doing toilet paper testing. I don't know how many different kinds of toilet paper, different brands that you have in your house, but the more the better, the more fun it would be. Now if you are local and you can sneak into the library, we actually have a limited number of kits available, and you come in, it's first come first serve. So we have all the supplies I'm going to tell you about. If you could probably have most of these items from your home, and if not, there's almost always some good substitute for them. So let's get right to the fun. You're gonna say goodbye to my face and start looking at our supplies now. All right, so you can still hear me, hopefully. I'm gonna scroll on down. So you are going to need as many different kinds of toilet paper. You know, maybe go to your friend's house and say, hey, can I borrow a little bit of your toilet paper? Today I have 4 different kinds of samples. Some have pretty patterns on them, some have wavy lines. One is extremely thin, one is extremely soft, one have these pretty little patterns. I'm not sure why they bother with that. And this one seems, I don't know, a little extra absorbent. So we're going to check for the absorbency quality of those. You may not have petri dishes at home. That's perfectly fine. This is a really cool sciencey thing to have. But all you need are just some little plates, little dishes. That's fine. If you happen to have a pipette, I think that's how you pronounce it, or a little eyedropper. If you don't, that's okay. Just, you know what? You just need to be very specific with 1 drop of water. You might be able to actually just drop it with your fingers. No big deal. Scissors. Food coloring if you have it. I'm going with blue because I think it's the darkest color and it's going to show up the best. Just a very, very little cup of water. You don't need much. You might always have paper towels on hand just in case there's going to be spillage. And there's going to be 2 experiments today, and you might need some pennies too. So I bet you have some of those around the house. Okay, so first things first, we're going to add just a couple drops. It doesn't take much because there's not much water in here. Just a few drops of food coloring. I'm going to go, let's go 3, all right? All right, so while that's stirring up, while that's mixing up, what we're going to do is take just 1 square off of each of your toilet papers. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it doesn't tear perfectly, don't worry about it. Just tear 1 little square off. All right. This is really fun. All right. Now, last year we might not have been able to do this experiment because toilet paper was a little bit short those days. All right, so what we're going to do, I lined them up, as you can see. We're going to cut into a square shape, all right? And we want to make sure that they're all evenly sized. This is what you do in science. You want to make sure things are the same so that the results can give you the information that you might be looking for. So I'm just going to cut it a smaller square shape. Again, they're about going to be pretty close to the same size, but I want it small enough so that it'll fit nicely in the petri dish. You know what? That's actually not small enough. I'm going to go 1 more time. All right. You don't have to use a ruler or anything. Just eyeball it. A little bit here, a little bit there. All right. So got that. It's going to fit in there. All right. Now we're going to separate these. And you want to do a lot of asking yourself certain questions, such as, which one do you think is going to absorb the most water? Which one do you think is going to be the fastest one? You know, all kinds of questions, sciencey, just to see, you know, what do you think, do you think which one's going to be which? Which one would you be more likely to use or buy in the future? All right, so we're going to set them in our petri dishes. You still with me? I'm going to turn this down a little bit, make sure you can see. All right, so there's still a lot of fun to go here. All right. Can you see these okay? No, you can't. There we go. We got to make sure you can see these okay. I got to make sure you can see okay. Closer, farther. How's this? All right. So I'm going to just do, we have our nice blue water now. You're going to put some water in your eyedropper and drop the same number. Be very careful. Steady, steady hand right in the middle. 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. Now observe. observe about how fast do you think it's going on. If you have a stopwatch and you want to time it, that would be fine. Make it even more scientific. All right, we're going to go on to the next one here. Kind of try to stick in the middle. Whoop, 1, 2, 3. All right, so was this second one any different from the first one? I do see. Well, we'll have to wait. It's still doing its thing. That's kind of cool. That is really fun. You've really got to try this at home. Hence the video here. Okay. All right, let's do this one is the real flimsy one, the real skinny one, the 1-ply. Wow, that went super fast. All right, so if it went super fast, is that a good thing or not a good thing? What would you want your toilet paper to do for you? These are questions you should always ask yourself. I'm only kidding. All right. This is really cool. You've got to do this. This is so cool. All right, last one. This is the really pretty decorated one with hearts and flowers all over it. I wonder if that's going to make a difference. I still have one to go. 1, 2, 3. That was pretty cool. All right, there's definitely a big difference in these, and I hope that when you try this at home, you can see the big differences for those as well. All right, so that was phase 1 of this experiment. The next one would be best if you have, I'm going to take these out because we're done with these right now. If you have a friend or a sibling or a parent that can help you briefly, I'm going to take these little used pieces and just dry out the Petri dishes because we want it nice and dry to start all over again. All right, pretty good. Now this time we're going to take two squares. If I can find it, it's hard to find. Oh, here we go. Sometimes it's hard to find where the little perforated thing is. 2 squares of each. That's the real skinny, flimsy one. That's funny. They're all their own qualities. This one's super soft. Enough of that. Anyway, I don't have to do all of these. I just want to give you an idea how this works. I don't want to bore you with my videos. I just want to give you some fun ideas of things to do at home. And this one is extra thick. All right, so this is where you're going to need, we'll just pick a random one. So what you're going to do, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to double mine over. Now this time we don't have to cut it. We're going to do the usual 3 drops in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to test its strength. All right, so this is where you need a friend. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it by myself. You're going to put a penny in the middle. Have one friend hold 2 corners, and you're going to hold 2 corners and pick it up. I'm going to just pretend that. All right, so we're going to do this with all of them. And that seemed to be able to hold the 1 penny. Can it hold 2, etc., etc.? Now this is the thickest one, so I think we're okay. You just keep counting and counting. And then it might be a better idea to do the thinness, just so you can get the wow factor. Let's get a little wow in here. And maybe we need more. How many pennies does it take to break a piece of toilet paper? Wow, quite a few. All right, anyway, you get the idea. I'm back, my face. I'll just talk a little bit more and we're nearly done. Please come to the library if you would like a kit. There's still a bunch available. And thanks for joining me. I hope that you have fun. I hope you try this at home and I hope you learn something. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll save yourself some money in the toilet paper department. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, have a great day. Thanks for joining. Bye.